Hi everyone, we're live and how's everyone going today? And hello, beautiful Nick, how are you?
Hi, Marie. I'm wonderful. And what about yourself?
Fantastic, thank you. I've got
Hi,
Jasper here,
Jasper.
holding a space for us. And gosh, we've already got Kathleen, Marie, Christine, hello, gorgeous ones. And
Hello, ladies. Beautiful to see you.
yeah, and Kathleen's already popped up some dreams, which is awesome. And we've had Dave and Angel Laurie send through some dreams too, so which is cool. But
Oh, a
anyway,
dreamy week from the look of it.
that's funny. I know, exactly. And I know we were just talking about this actually just before we started, Nick and I. And I just feel like the dreams have been quite busy. Like I did set the title to talk about like manifesting what it is we want to actually experience in our reality and how can we work with our dreams to do that. So remember, I think last week we sort of said, take some time out to contemplate, even if it's just a few minutes a day, how can you daydream and feel it and create it? So I actually was doing that, and I just found that my dreams were really busy. It was like, so yeah, but it felt amazing. And even when I wasn't doing that meditative or contemplative daydreaming, I could just feel this joy coming out of my heart just for no reason. Like a bird would fly past, and I'd just go, wow. It was really cool. So yes, that's been my week. So
Yeah.
Nick, anything standing out for you this week?
I've had tons of dreams every night. I usually have mine just prior to wake up, so I remember them really well. And like you, I've had some busyness that I haven't bothered trying to remember. I just went, well, I've moved that, I've shifted that. That's had a reason for happening. Whether it's that mine, I don't care. It's just move on. And then others, I've just woken up and wanted to write down just for prosperity. You know, going back and maybe looking at the path of where we came and what we went through is a nice way of journaling. And so my dream book does that for me. And I've got a few key words that have come through for me for all my dreams, which is alignment, which is, I mean, I love the imagery that I present to myself for that as well, because I know it's me sending me messages half the time in my dreams. So alignment, grounding, integration, and why I'm wearing pink today was just like about the divine feminine, really tapping into that, and how to stop being like the tough person trying to do it by themselves, super independent woman that we were all led to believe we were meant to be successful, and becoming and understanding where do I find that ultimate balance, and that's part of the alignment. But grounding has been the key for me this week, and I just feel that that's a message for everyone.
Nick, I couldn't agree more with you. That was my message when a friend did that healing for me. It was like, oh, we got to stay grounded. And then I went over to my beautiful friend Tanya's place, and she has the most exquisite smoky quartz. It's like massive. And I remember just holding it, and bang, instantly I could feel the difference in what it felt like to actually be much more grounded into the energetic field and into the earth. I went, oh, yeah, wow, I can feel the difference. So I can actually feel when I'm just even not quite grounded enough. It's really interesting. So if people have had a problem with grounding, or like Nick, you've had the messages as well as me about trying to be more in your body, more grounded, bringing things through. Smoky quartz is an amazing crystal. So you can bring it through if you don't want to buy one or you haven't got one physically, you can bring it through etherically, remember. So I just go through my divine self and ask for I'm going to do it now because I can feel I'm not quite grounded. It's really interesting. So I'm just going to connect into our beautiful smoky quartz and ask that crystalline energy to come through to me, to help me to balance and ground as I need to. And then what I do is I can just feel it coming through. So you can do this with any crystal, or you can ask what crystal would be good for me at the moment to help me to balance my etheric field and my whole physical being. I can now feel the bottoms of my feet tingling. Shoes off, so I'm feeling the tingling. So I can actually feel that coming through, and I feel clearer. So I was a bit busy this morning, so I didn't have time to do all my usual clearing and balancing that I do. So that actually feels lovely. So it can be that simple, how we can actually work and play with these beautiful crystal energies.
And
Yeah.
I think maybe that's too why I always enjoy gardening, but I've been sorting through the soil because there was a whole heap of this. We've got quartz everywhere in our soil, and it's just the white quartz.
Mm.
But there's something always lovely about it, and I'm sort of picking out and putting it in buckets so I can have some soil to grow in, and I'm just spreading it around other places. And and I always think about that when I'm touching that quartz. Even though it's not the smoky, it's not the clear, I know it still has incredible power and energy to help ground. So, yeah, and when you were doing that, Marie, I just thought about your hair color. It's got that smoky quartz feel about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So, but yeah, look, Kathleen has popped up a very, very cool dream. Kathleen, you crack me up. Okay, I'll let
Hey,
you
hi,
read.
Kathleen. Hi, everyone. Amazing dream. Marie was a librarian, and this really beautiful library, at this really beautiful library, I don't know where, and we, as in chat and new people, were also thankful to have her. Oh, she flew home 2 hours every weekend and would come back the next week. New people thought she was really cool. So thank you, Marie, for doing these 2 shows every week. That's my interpretation. That is fantastic. I couldn't agree more, Kathleen. 100% with me.
It's so funny because I was just thinking, oh no, it's going to be coming up into Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Standard Time soon. I think when it flips back, so it'll be 10 o'clock start with Elisa. That means I'm not finished till middle of the day, which means then it's nearly like it's so hard to do stuff. And I'm going, oh, I don't know if I'll do that. I don't know what to do with that. And so it was really funny because I was actually going through this in my head like over the last 2 days. So Kathleen, I think you've just given me my message.
Aw.
And I really need to just stay and just stay focused and just know that it's fine. It's okay. So
Yeah.
so, I mean,
I
I
am
love it.
so grateful to, on behalf of everyone and and anyone doing all the work out there and have been for years. It's just so appreciative of the fact that we've got people who are so connected that can help us and guide us so that we become connected within ourselves. And it's so much nicer when you've got someone that can help you along the way. And that's what Marie's like. She's like the shoulder that you've got there when you just need a little bit of a push in a direction or think about this concept. And you've got such a lovely way of doing it. And that's why I'm here with you now, because I was so drawn to you, as with the people here on the chat. So yeah, thanks from all of us.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, everyone. And of course, we really appreciate having you here as well, because it's really hard when you're on your own because you're trying to manage all the questions, dreams, and it's so nice because you have such great insight and intuition as well as wisdom to
And
share.
that grows because you're with someone that is on that same vibration and frequency. And I think this is what's happening to us here on this chat because of your ability to help us do that. Definitely.
I think that I learned so much from everyone on here as well, and that's the beauty of it. I feel that we all have such unique gifts and talents that it's we help each other, we share and teach each other, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
And also Kathleen's just popped that up as well.
Everyone here was feeling down and tired. 2 nights ago, a beautiful rainbow in the backyard. Energy changed and we are playing games again, laughing more. It was about half an hour long. So bright. Yeah.
Amazing, isn't it? How colour and that frequency can really impact our emotional body.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Kathleen says thanks.
Oh, thanks, Kathleen. That's lovely. I appreciate that.
Yeah. But and our other co-host, Dave, has sent in some dreams as well. So and he said a little bit like what Nick was saying. He said only caught snippets of it. Because so I'll just put up what his little snippets are. And then we'll go to Angel Laurie's.
So Dave dream 1, snippet. Walking in ankle-high smooth grass, the van that's been converted to a motorhome parked, probably camping. In the grass, there are 2 euro coins everywhere, so I'm picking them up and thinking it can come in handy when we are going on our next European trip.
And I love this. Dave's done his decode.
Camping is like refilling ourselves with energies, having a break from everything. Small coins mean small changes in life or financially. And in real life, we are redoing our mortgage and broadband and switching tariffs and utilities. So far, this dream is accurate. Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? Like and Dave, it's so nice to know that you're on track, literally. You know, your dreams are literally mirroring what's happening in your life. And the fact that you now understand them and you work with them, it's like you'll know if something's out of sync. So you're absolutely right. You know, the small coins means small changes. I would love to have known what value coins they were, because that numbers can often give us a bit more of an insight as well. And there's something else. Wow, where's my dream book? Oh, have you got your dream book, Nick?
Yeah.
Can you just look up? I know just what coins. It's like the metallic aspect of a coin.
Oh, yes.
I haven't looked at that for ages. And yeah, and camping's spot on. Camping's me. Oh, it's been free. It's having, you can go wherever you want. You can just be so connected and grounded, as Nick was talking about. It's very easy to be grounded when you.
It does refer me to money, so I'm going to money now, which is, you know, as we understand, more like an energy exchange thing. But I always forget now I have this book here. If change or coins means changes are coming into your life, if dollar bills, big changes, note any numbers and look up the meaning. So yes, the numbers would be important there.
Yeah, but thank you. That was really good interpretation.
Yeah.
So we'll check Dave's second dream, and then we'll go to Angel Laurie. I think Angel Laurie's just come on. Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, Angel Laurie. So Dave dream number 2, working out in a car park where the camper van is, lifting weights and running around. And it was funny because I was taking the big weights down from the bar. So my unconscious knows how to build up strength.
And then Dave has done a fantastic.
So the car park means to stay chill and relaxed. Oh, yes. Working out is preparing yourself for incoming energies. Having small weights on the bar might mean building ourselves up slowly, one by one. Or I already did the work with the big weights and just put them aside for a while. There is another aspect. If you're working with small weights, you do a lean workout and you can use your muscles in a proper way and faster. Yes, it's refining it, isn't it?
Really is refining it. And, you know, but also too, maybe you've actually dropped some weight from your conscious mind or your subconscious aspect of you, because you've gone into the smaller weights. Maybe you've actually deliberately also dropped something that was heavy. Yeah, in a sort of psyche aspect. I don't know. That just came to me. So I'm actually going to do some cards on that one to see if we can get anything through that might, Dave. But that's a fantastic decode. Look at you go. When are you coming back on, Dave? So let's have a look and see if we can get anything from the cards. Okay. So we're yeah. This is interesting. This is interesting because to me, I'll show you what they are. I just got the third card for Dave. I love it. So the first one was the King of Cups. So to me, this is the master of emotions. But to me, there's always something hidden under the cape. So because you were in a car park, like you said, it's resting, but it can also be just maybe waiting for something to move. Because then the Devil card comes up. Now, in this situation, I'm going to get rid of that there. So there's a bit more room. In this situation, to me, the Devil is the subconscious. It's things that need to come up that we maybe don't know about. So exactly what you're saying there. It's like you've been doing all the heavy lifting and now it's just the fine tuning, because the next card is the Three of Wands. So you're actually looking forward to the future. You haven't moved yet. The 3 is where you've left the 2 behind. So you've actually gone, okay, I need to leave the past behind, but I need to look ahead and see where I can actually go into my future. So I feel that that's what you may be doing at the moment. And this subconscious stuff is coming up, which is, you know, why you've stopped. And the camper van really represents where you live, because that's your joy. So yeah, that's really interesting. So I would say there's some deep subconscious releases going on for you, Dave, and that's why the weights maybe even have dropped from the heavy weights to the small weights. So
yeah.
So that's
I
what
got that big feeling when you were doing those cards in, Marie. I felt what Dave was probably feeling. It's like this weight has been lifted off. That's why the big weight has moved into the little weights. There's some movement and change. But yeah, very interesting actually. And he has said there that it was the €2 coins.
Yeah, €2 coins. Is Dave on, or was that in the draw? Did I just miss that? So, and 2, isn't that interesting? So we were talking about the like the 3 of Wands was the 2 before. The 2 kept popping in, so I didn't realize that. So 2 is balance. 2 is finding like if you've got feminine, masculine, it's actually finding that beautiful androgyny with it. So it's balance. So I think this is great. You've had this release of some sort. We don't even need to know what it is, but it can actually bring us into more balance within a deep internal place within us. So wow. So thanks, guys, for showing me that. I didn't see that too. So that's great. 2 coins. Wow. I'm glad you're all on the ball.
Yeah, Christine.
Like I said, I can't imagine trying to do this without Nick. Like it's hard enough, trying to do everything. So this is great.
Yeah. And I'm not really doing much at all.
Oh no, it's just amazing support. So
smoke and mirrors here.
Hey, isn't that how we all live? It's fun. The magician card, smoke and mirrors. So, all right, let's pop Angel now. If anyone's got any dreams or if anyone's had any experiences with their daydreaming, tell us what it was feeling like. If you got a chance, even to do it once, how did it feel when you were daydreaming about what you truly wanted to experience in this reality? Did you get any tingles? How did your heart feel? Yeah, let us know. Just pop it in there. Because I think, like for me, it was just this joy and this freedom. Because I never think about how much anything will cost. As soon as we go into the financial aspect, that's it. You're killing your daydream. So for me, it's pure joy. So yeah, it's true. So let us know. Okay, let's have a look at Angel Laurie. This is actually more of an experience that she had. And I've got a photo I want to show you all. So I will once we get to the end of it.
Okay. So, hi, Angel Laurie. Lovely to have you on board with us today. In real life, before sleep, I told my team I needed a few rest nights, which happened. And then I said I was ready to be part of service again. It was another wild night. On waking, my sword, let's see if I can get to the rest of that dream. Did you want to swap that over?
Sorry. Yep, I'm looking for the thing.
My sword fighting arm was exhausted, and the palm of my hand where I held my sword was so painful I could still feel the pressure of the hilt in my hand. On that arm alone were strange indentation marks. Do you want to move that along, please?
Yeah. Thanks, keeping me on the
yeah. That created an elaborate pattern of things. My soft bed sheets could not account for this. Is this the closest depiction of what side of me was working in the realms? My sword's name is Hania, means spirit warrior.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, so that's the last one of them. So this is, I'll get rid of that so we can see it. So Angel Laurie's been busy again. But I love how, Angel Laurie, you asked for that rest like we were talking about. So let me just show you. This is the image. Can you see that?
Oh, wow.
I know. Pretty amazing. Oh,
you just got that come up.
Yeah, so it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Mm.
And Thor, her husky, is often in her dreams and experiences. So so that's really cool. And it is interesting, when if we do have those times where we get the physical, I guess, the physical noticing of actually being somewhere. Because remember, even if we're traveling astrally or etherically, it can still, to me, our etheric is what brings everything into our physical body anyway. That includes whether we're taking herbs, drugs, whatever. It goes through the etheric. And so, Angel Laurie, I feel that this is what happens. It's like our physical body per se isn't there, but the our imprint, so of what's been going on, can come through. So what are you getting, Nick?
Yeah, when I was I always get stuff while I'm reading it, so it's very hard sometimes to stop. Like I just want to stop and share it while it comes, and that's intuition, and that's what is really important in this for you, Angel Laurie. Is like, what were you feeling about this yourself? So when I get to the point where I said, I thought about, first of all, I wanted to know if you could remember what arm it was in. Was it your left or your right? Or did it say right?
I think it did. Yeah, I'm sure when I was, where are we? Let's go back to here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was right arm. On waking, my sword fighting arm was exhausted. So are you right-handed, Angel? That's what we need. That's what you wanted to know, wasn't it? So I guess it's the dominant arm. So we would probably say maybe that's the right arm.
Yeah, because the key of the dream is the sword. And I thought I'd just look up what the sword actually does mean. For me, it represents my mind and my thoughts.
Right arm, she said, yes.
Okay, and the actions, and it's my doing. It's all about the message that I get from my heart into my head, and what I do with it. How I direct that out there. So a sword can mean many things. It may mean a weapon, just straight weapon to some people. It depends on, like I say, you might get really direct messages. You might get sort of messages that need more fleshing out in a way. So if I look up, sword. So sword for me is representing of one thing, and also it's almost like you asked for that rest in your dreams, and then you went straight back into doing that. So maybe to balance that out, I'm getting the feeling, and I want to say to you that you need to stop thinking so much in your real life, because your dreams are doing that for you.
Yeah,
and that's the fighting. And so that's the beauty of letting go in dreams. You can let it go in dreams, and then when you come back into your outer reality, you don't have to worry about it as much.
That's true, actually. And it's interesting because I pulled some cards, as you were just talking through it. And of course, the sword can also mean our mental plane as well, remember, and our mind. But it's so interesting because the Ten of Swords came up just as you were saying. Mm-hmm. It's okay to let go of it in this physical realm. And then the Page of Pentacles. So this is learning a new way in our reality on how to do something, and just start with small steps. And then the Hermit. So this is surrendering and going and trusting in the divine and just going deeper within yourself. Because I know that I go off and do whatever I need to do at night, but I don't bring back remnants with me physically. I used to be exhausted. So Angel Laurie, I used to wake up like a Mack truck had hit me. So for me, it was more like, and I used to ask my team as well, oh, come on, guys, no, please, just I need a night where I wake up and feel amazing. And I was really fit back then. I was really like eating so well. I had everything I needed. So this was definitely in my dream state, my energy. And again, it would for me as well. So I would actually, and then it just didn't seem to impact me as much. So Nick's right. And it took me a little while though to then to claim it back for myself. So part of it is your learning, which I love. I think we all learn through our dreams. Oh, that's so funny.
I'm a Leo. I'm an overthinker.
Oh, that's so cute. So, yeah, we've got to get out of that brain and just come back into that heart. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. If you can remember what's going on, that's fantastic. We don't need to have it affect our physicality. Yeah, but that's really cool.
We're afforded that opportunity in a dream, and that's why you can set an intention. Like if you've got any tension in your body or any thought patterns that keep going over and they're not achieving anything, you're just revisiting them in a loop. You can ask that to be released in your dream. The dream's in the perfect place because there's no emotional attachment to it. You can just let it go. You don't have to suffer any physical pain or, over it. Is that you?
Yeah, there's someone out there blowing their horn.
It's like, oh my God, everyone listen. Important. Yeah, it's because I had a dream where I was really angry this week, and I never have those sort of emotional dreams like that. And it was just weird. And I remember tapping into it thinking, well, I was having the dream, but I'm not feeling angry. But I'm acting angry. And I
Yeah.
thought, well, this is great because if there's any anger in me, I'm releasing that anger now so that when I wake up and I just live my existence, I don't have to deal with it anymore.
I'm really glad you brought that up because it's so interesting. When I was in the ocean, we had a really strong like current against us. This was about 5-6 days ago, and I was just we were like really using it like a way of exercising. But then about 2 days later, I noticed my leg was quite sore, and then it got worse. Like so, I think it was the day before yesterday. I could hardly walk up and down the stairs, and I went, "This is so weird." And I woke up and I had this anger and I was emotional. And I went, whoa, this is interesting. And then probably an hour later, I noticed my leg didn't hurt anymore.
Mm.
It's amazing, isn't it, when we can
Mm.
release that emotion that's stuck or caught wherever it is and not judge it. But I just saw the correlation so quickly between my leg I had to hold onto the railings because it was so painful to get down the stairs. And then it just went. It was amazing. So I'm going back to the gym and I'm going to the swimming pool today.
Excellent.
I didn't think I could. So, yeah.
I've asked for that healing a lot lately. Not that I have any great ailments, but just little niggles here and there. And last night I did the same thing because, I work pretty hard in the garden and sometimes I've had like big days. I push myself. But I do ask to be realigned at night time. And this morning I woke up, I can't tell you anywhere on my body at the moment that feels, that's got something going on.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So that's a great idea as well. Maybe before sleep, just to ask for that release through the etheric of the physical pain or discomforts that we have. That's a really good idea. So maybe that's something we could all work with or play with this week is if you've got any niggles or anything like that or any concerns, just give it to the sleep fairies.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd do a little mantra beforehand. So yeah, that's fascinating, isn't it? So and Kathleen has just asked.
I love that. How is Jasper? Any messages? What other things does he do when he's not talking to you, Marie? What else does he visit, hang with? Well, family, friends. I love that question.
I was actually, because I've been doing a course, I've actually had Jasper next to me because it's an online like interactive course. So I've had Jasper next to me and I'm going, what would you normally be doing? I actually asked this question myself, Kathleen. And exactly, he said, I just hang around. I go where I want, do what I want. So sometimes I even forget he's here. Like I can go days and go, and I walk in and go, oh, Jazzy, because he's gone. He's doing his thing. He's busy. So he does have a special little love affair with my friend, Frida, who you've met, and because her husband David brought his brother Mickey because they were together on the shelf in the crystal shop where I got him, and then David went back and brought Mickey. He always tells me he brought Mickey first, but I don't think so. I think I had Jasper first. So so when I go and see her, if we're doing a gridding, he'll often come. And I'll let him and Mickey hang out, or he wants to do the gridding with us, and then he gets to hang out with Mickey. So that's his in real life family. But he will visit anyone. So guys, if you want to tune into Jasper, go through your divine wisdom, your higher self, whatever you call it, go through your heart, and then ask Jasper to come through for you because he's a crystal fairy. He used to chant that at me. I'm a crystal fairy. I'm a crystal fairy. I'm a crystal fairy. Because even though he's also this amazingly beautiful, energetic being, that's his crystal fairy aspect too, from being crystal. So so I can do a little tune in with him if you like. Let's just see what he actually says. Let's just see what Jasper, and I'm not going to ask him anything specific, like whether it's what's going to happen or anything like that. I'm going to get Jasper to come through and give some clarity or something more expanded on whatever it is Jasper wants to talk about today. Okay. Wow. What he just said to me, he showed me something and he said, see that light? I said, yeah. like it was like a beautiful, just a beautiful white, like soft light. He went, "That's you." And he was talking about all of us. He said, "So when you see anything, that's you." Yeah. So that was his message. So that's what he wanted to say.
Thanks, Jessica. Thanks for reminding us.
Whatever we're looking at, whatever we're judging, it's us. It's us.
Yes.
Okay. We all are connected. We all have that same energy. So yeah. So that was a really nice reminder, wasn't it?
That is a very good reminder.
Yeah. So thank you, Jazzy. So now, Nick, we were talking about grounding earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And you pulled some cards. So did you want to show people what you pulled?
Yes, I did. I sort of, I just felt, I've got to get those cards. So I ran up the hall and grabbed them. So
I'm going to try something in a second. I'm going to see if this works.
Okay, you want to try that again?
Yeah.
Switch over.
Ta-da!
Well done.
With that.
So this one is the joy card. And straight away, what I was getting with the grounding was that, because I've got birds now just in the next to me, just going nuts. They started very early in the morning, even before the sun came up, and I have just hundreds of birds at the moment around us, all in their spring joy moment. And that's what happens now when they're in this period of joy while they're singing. You know, they're just happy because it opens up that vibration that they tweet, actually opens up the flowers so they can get the nectar. And they just all get on really well in the morning. So that card was really important. And you even mentioned at the beginning of the show about, you know, just when you're daydreaming, bring in the joy, bring in things that bring you joy while you're daydreaming, and don't associate anything that you don't want with it. The moment you start to bring in something you think, oh no, this is I'm going to start to criticize it, or I'm going to start to limit myself, let that go. And then the second one was right next to it. And I did your method. I felt through the cards to see what was hot.
Yep.
There we go. And this is presence. And to me, this is very much an earthing card.
Can you just say it a bit more slowly? I can't read it. What does it say?
Presence.
Presence. Ah, okay.
Yeah. So to be present.
Oh, being present. Okay,
yes.
that makes sense. Yeah.
And so to me, that represents earth. I see the field, I see the ground, the mountains. Everything about that card says to me to ground in and to be present and enjoy what comes out of each moment. And that is just such a strong message for me this week. It's the message
and
for everyone.
The message for you, it's going to be a message for everyone.
Everyone.
I think you're absolutely right and spot on, especially with the grounding, being present and grounded really go together. So I think that's absolutely true. So yeah, but wow. Oh, thank you very much for that one, Nick. And well, I mean, it's really interesting because today it sort of feels like I don't know, it just feels really quiet. It's nice, but maybe we'll just do a reading for someone and we'll see how it goes. But I'm happy to finish a bit earlier today if people don't have any more dreams or don't have anything they want to share, any synchronicities. I'm okay with that. Yeah. So let's do a reading for someone spontaneously. So guys, if you want a reading, you do the 888 up there. I'm going to give it a minute and then I'm going to let Nick pick. Nitpick. I love it.
The nitpick.
Nitpick.
I won't nitpick, I'll nitpick.
That's really funny. So obviously this is for people that are on the live, but if you're watching later, if you do want a reading with me, you know, you can just email me or go to my website. So I am at magicmarie.com.
Okay. Christine,
yay. Okay, so Christine, I'm just going to do the usual, just come in through my beautiful divine presence, my higher self, through my heart. And just connect in with you and just see where spiritually, if I've got permission to actually look into your energetic field and just see what's going on for you. This is interesting. Okay, so now what I do is I just get some cards for you and see if we can get a image. This is fascinating me, El. This is great. Right. It's for Christine. Just give us some guidance for Christine at the moment. Oh my God, this is so funny. We've got our Ace of Wands first up. So, and I was asking in my mind, because what I was seeing, I'll tell you now, and remember these readings will often be for others as well. Like, you'll just go, oh, wow, that really resonates with me. It was like I saw Christine. It was like she was sitting, you know how the microscopes have like the curved back, and then you've got your little plate, and then you've got your light that comes down. It's like she was sitting in the middle of that microscope. And I went, is that a microscope? The words I got was, it's like you're looking at everything literally under a microscope in your life at the moment. Like you're looking at everything so closely. And I got a big fat yes on that. But the other thing I got as well was that you're being supported. I felt it looked like a big support arm as well. So I'm just going to keep pulling some cards on that. But it was so funny. It was like, oh, everything's under the microscope, looking really closely at what's going on. Whew. Yeah. Okay. Just going to get a few more and then we'll see. Yeah. Perfect. I love it. All right. So the first card up was Judgment. So this is a real waking up. This is a calling, and you've actually been called into a type of spiritual place or into and some action, and you've actually done it. You've followed it. You've actually, to me, that Judgment card is like a wake up call, because then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen is someone that actually really contemplates her life. All right, so she's looking closely again at her life. She's, what's in my reality? What works for me? And then, honey bunny, we got the Tower card. So I would say that very quickly you're going to find that a lot shifts for you, like a lot will just clear out of your way, which I love it when the Tower cards come up. It can be a little bit uncomfortable, but once you're through it, you go, what on earth was I worried about? This is amazing. So, yeah, just know that you're absolutely being looked after and supported. That's probably why I saw the support arm for you, Christine. So, yeah, and you may feel like, the Five of Pentacles has come up, you may feel like you've been out, you've sort of been a little bit left out in the cold, you don't quite know what's going on, but there's change coming for you, which is also something I really love. That Tower card will definitely bring about change. There's nothing to be scared of, nothing at all to be scared of. Beautiful, the Chariot. Once everything's balanced up, then that Chariot can just take off, moving forward in balance. That's what the Chariot is to me. It's really powerful. So that's amazing. So I'd say a lot of us are probably maybe at that point as well.
Yes, I would say so too.
Yeah,
I know when that was a great reading, and Christine's made a comment down there.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, she said, as soon as you said reading, I started crying and I felt I needed something, feeling a bit lost. So thank you very much. That's so interesting, Christine, because that's why I was directed to you. I felt that's what I said at the beginning of the show, why we've got this gift in Marie, that she can just sometimes help us, just push us in a direction that we're going to go anyway, but because we're creatures of needing to know. But yeah, I totally agree with that, Marie, is replace fear with faith in knowing that everything's perfectly designed for us right now. We came here to do a job. We're doing that. And as a result of what comes at the end is going to be such wonderful things that we'll give to each other. So, yeah, settle into that one. That's brilliant.
Yeah. So, but you are being supported, Christine. I think that was the thing, the message also that kept coming through. Oh, wow, they've really got her back, because it's like you were sitting in the middle of this thing. And I went, oh, they've got her back. Yeah, so don't worry. And ask your angels, ask your guides to actually help you. Just go, I don't know what I need, but I really need some help. So you've got permission to do whatever it is that will actually help support me. That's sometimes the only thing you need to ask. So if you don't know, and you might find that funny little things start happening that actually make you feel better and know that you're being looked after. So that's for all of us. We can all do that. Remember, we're a whole team, literally, of angels and that are wanting to help us. We just got to give them that permission. So that's so So there you go. So Christine, you're probably not alone. You're probably not the only one that's been feeling like that. And yeah, I think you probably find a lot of people going, oh gosh, that's me too. And I think this is where it's really nice to share, because it's like, then I just know when I think I'm the only one going through it, it just becomes too much. Whereas when you go, oh my God, thank God you said that you're feeling that as well. It just changes everything up, doesn't it?
Mm.
So yeah, you're not alone, Christine. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Tony's on. Hey, Tony. Lovely to see you. So, and our chakras. Okay, so we've got Marie wants to. Do you want to read that for me?
Marie said, I'd like to talk about chakras. Nick mentioned a couple of months ago how she sees them different, moving. I have never seen them as spots on the body, maybe if they were huge and crossing each other.
That's really interesting. Marie, I'll ask you a question first before we look into. I love this idea. It's interesting. I've got my chakra things right up behind me.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was talking to someone the other day, and I remember, I'm not quite sure who it was now. Oh, it could have been my gorgeous friend Erin. And we were just talking about when people don't think they're clairvoyant, or people don't think they see things per se. I'm just going to get rid of that so we've got a bit more room to talk. And often it's just a misconception, because people have this perception that to see, it's like you have to absolutely see it, like you see your hand, like this.
Yes.
It isn't. To me, I then ask someone, well, can you visualize a movie? If I say talked about a movie that, you know, I'd seen or that you'd seen, could you visualize some of it in your mind's eye? Now, if you can do that, number one, then you absolutely, you can be clairvoyant, and you probably have been clairvoyant and not even realized it. Some people I've spoken to cannot even visualize that. So just know that, don't expect like, sometimes it's not like it's just in your face like a 3D thing. Nick, would you agree with that?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a good point what you said. Some people can't see things in their mind's eye, so because they're seeing it very literally. Doesn't mean they still don't experience stuff. It's just that's not the thing that they do. They might have more of a feeling about something. They might have really good gut feelings about things, stronger in that aspect. Yeah.
So they might have the clairsentience or the claircognizance, which is just, I just know that this is right. I don't know how I know, but I know. And it's true. And once you know, it's like, yeah, interesting. So with this visualization, like, so Nick might even see it or experience it through her colors or vision differently to how I do it. Neither one is right or wrong. But for me, it's always like, it's almost like it's like a how can I explain this? Like a transparency that's in my brain, but it's not. It's like another whole dimension where I see it. So I think people have this expectation of being able to see like this bright purple here, or like touching it. No, sometimes not at all. And so so maybe, Marie, give yourself a little bit of what's the word? Just be a little bit, have a different perspective to it. And I mean, can you, Marie, I'm going to ask you the question, can you actually visualize a movie in your mind? Let me know. Visualize, if I say to you, oh, there's a beautiful green garden and park just down the road that the dogs love. Can you go into imagining that?
She's already answered your question there, as you were saying that. She said, absolutely, especially with reading. So I get a very clear picture of characters, yeah.
So that to me means you are clairvoyant. And visions, like some people go, I don't know if I was just daydreaming or if it was real, but then it will actually happen. I have visions all the time. I'll be thinking of someone and it's actually happening at that time for them. So really start trusting what you're getting, and don't just like wipe it off as being a oh, that's just my imagination. Absolutely, your imagination are your visions, and that's how we create, that's how we manifest as well. So yeah, and Marie's the same. Yeah, you obviously have real claircognizance. Once you know, and nothing can change it. You just know. It's like every cell in your being just knows, Yeah. So look, to me, chakras, if we go back to what was, I mean, okay, I want someone to tell me what their understanding of a chakra is. Pop it in the comments. So let's have a look and see, because everyone, and there's no wrong or right here. So just put in what your understanding is, because, you know, everyone has such different ideas or perceptions of it. So yeah, so pop a post, comment in there and post it on for us. And as many people as possible do it. So, because I love doing this, because then we can mix it and blend it and have a look, and whatever then rings true for us, rings true for us. So
I love how you said mix and blend with the chakras. It's so perfect.
totally. I mean, you know, I'm still seeing them differently whenever I look at them, you know, because when I'm running energy for people and I'm going through or doing chakra procedures, I actually look at it. What I've learned to do is it's like I let myself view it now from like a 4D perspective. So I
Yes.
don't look at them straight on. I'll actually go up and do it'll be like a cut, you know, aspect, and then a lateral look, and it shows me so many different things in it. So, but I'm specifically focusing on that. So, yeah, it depends what our intention is, doesn't it, Nick?
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
So,
So, yes, our Angel Laurie's popped up her comment, and Christine. Energy points in the body that connects the physical to the spiritual.
I love that. That's really cool.
And different vibrational energy centers from lower to higher.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fantastic. See, this is great.
Vibrations and colours of feeling and healing energy.
Yeah, I love it. So all those three together beautifully incorporate what the actual chakra system, I guess, is. I mean, the Sanskrit word for chakra is spinning wheel. So because they've always said that they actually spin, and some people say, oh, they should all spin clockwise. To me, that's not true. They go whichever way they're needed to then balance or rebalance. But yeah, so, and I love this. That's so true too. So this is the etheric body, and what I've noticed now, Nick, just let me know how you said. But we have there are layers that also go with this chakra system that then go out into the etheric body. So it's like a beautiful tap to the etheric body. So we have energy that's flowing through, and it comes up also through the spine. So that's a really big. If you go right, you can go so deeply.
You can.
Like you're
Yeah.
you know, the Sanskrit. I mean, it's just incredible how much you can go into them. But I think the way these sort of three things that you guys have put up is just amazing. It's perfect. It describes it. I remember, I don't know if I've told you this, but when I was living in Perth, and I had a place there, and a friend of mine that came to stay with me, and I'd met her through another friend, so I didn't know her that well. But I had a piano, and she was a nurse as well, but she did opera singing. And I remember one day I came home from work, and I was just standing in the kitchen, and she was singing this most amazing aria, this opera aria, and I was just sitting there and feeling my heart do this open, and then my stomach was doing this opening thing, and I went, what is going on? And so and she told me the story of, because she did it in Italian, of what the actual story was. So I started to study the effect of music on chakras, and then colors on chakras. So, because I felt it. So sometimes we need to feel things before we actually can see it or understand what's going on within it. But and ever since then, I've really tuned in when music's playing to see where it's affecting me within my chakra system. So, Nick, is that, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. My shift, because I was very much into colour theory when I was teaching, and I really understood that about the frequency. It's measured in. There is an actual measurement given to each particular colour, and what that does, and how that can affect. And you look at things in real life, and you've got the visible colour spectrum. But over time, I've started to realise that because it's just movement of energy, and when you get like three movements of energy or clashing, then you create something that manifests into something. And that's when we see an object that is a particular colour. But for me, that movement is actually more to do with sound. That's why sound healing and music and what comes out of like our own voice can be very soothing. And I just sometimes think that if you're not feeling 100%, that little thing that kids do sometimes, or to settle them down, is a nice way of bringing, it's your magic tone, the tone that is perfect for you, that will help bring all that chakra. And I do feel that it's going to change, I think, and whether it's our understanding of it, because I see it the same way. It's everywhere. It's always moving and changing, and that's why we don't just stagnate. We wouldn't be alive if we didn't. So it's like when you look outside, you can turn around, that color looks a bit different from that angle, from this angle. Oh, now it's different. Now it's turned white. Now it's it's like it's a play. It's a symphony, just like a song is. So it's very much sound related to me, which is a frequency.
Yeah. That's such a great
there's a lot in it. It's a huge amount in it.
I know. And, we can feel it, like I know for myself. So if we look, basically, if I get this down, I can actually show you. I mean, we all probably know the basic 7, yeah? So your base chakra, and that's usually connected into our family's survival, enough energy to do things. It's our tribal chakra. And then, of course, there's the navel chakra. So that's associated with creativity, that's associated with our sexuality, with reproduction. All of that comes from that base and navel chakra. And then the solar plexus chakra. So to me, this is also where the feeling vortex sits, and this is where we can have a lot of cords and hooks, and where we leak energy from. So that solar plexus area is a great one to actually just cut cords from, even if you do it in your mind's eye, or you can use your fingers to, with intention, cut cords that aren't serving you anymore. Okay. This is also where a lot of people feel anxiety because of that. Can be a very sensitive energy, but it's the most powerful, one of the most powerful, because it sits in, you know what I mean? It's sort of, it's coming up towards the heart chakra, but it's our empowerment center as well. So, and then of course we have the beautiful heart center here. And to me, everything goes through the heart chakra, through the heart. It's like the pivotal point between the upper 3 chakras and the lower 3 chakras. So to me, this is why I keep emphasizing to come into our heart space, bring our attention out of our head into our heart. If we've got pain in our body, ask to have it released through the etheric, but through the heart first, through that heart chakra. This is where I feel everything gets processed through. And the deeper and deeper we can go into that beautiful emotional heart, that's when things shift and change and we grow. So, Nick, do you want to talk about the throat?
Oh, yeah. Well, the throat to me is the communication center. It's where we able to take what we're feeling or thinking and bring it out into the real world. So any messages that you want to, it's the tool we use a lot. We've really used it, particularly now. I think it's being hammered. It's been hammered for the last few years, particularly because we're finding our inner truth. And the throat chakra is the conduit for that. Yeah.
Beautiful. And also too, the throat chakra is associated with manifestation and abundance, believe it or not.
Yes,
So just knowing this. And of course that's the blue. And then do you want to talk about the third eye chakra, which is purple?
Well, this is where I start to move into a whole new realm here. I'm finding these 3, the top 3. Now the third eye, of course, is is the ability that we have, that it's not tied. We're starting to lose our physical body from here a bit more, and we're starting to tap into this other mechanism that we've got, the ability to see beyond the veil of, it's really tapping in to, I guess, what our dreams do. Our dreams are the things that are really tuning in. And once this to me is a gateway chakra. I'm never normal. I see things a little bit differently, but it's our psychic ability.
It is, correct. And that's the pineal gland. So this is the one that forever and a day they've been trying to calcify on us. But we know better. We know to drink purified water, or to not allow the aluminium to go into our body. All of those things, we can clear it anyway. I mean, this is where the sunning to me is so important, is just doing that gentle sunning and encouraging that great central sun, the energy to come in through the eyes. The eyes are the only part of the body where light can get into the body, literally.
Yeah.
So like allowing it to come in through the eyes and then directing it up into the brain, the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and then through your body. Really important, absolutely. But nothing happens without this baby. So if your crown chakra is blocked, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So, you know, and for me, the crown chakra, it's that pituitary gland, that is what actually maintains and balances out literally all of our hormones. And hormones are balanced when there's alchemical changes going on deep within the body. So it's not just on a physical level, but on a deep spiritual level. Our glands are so important. So this is interesting. How many of you have actually felt like tingling on the top of your head, or sometimes you go, what's going on? I'm really sore there. Then the next day it's gone and you think, did I have my hair up too tight in a ponytail? No, this is your crown chakra being activated. And allowing, you know, either a download or more light, and and that's part of the bridge going up into the more upper chakras. There's hundreds and hundreds of chakras. Okay, just so you know. I remember once, I think I told you this, I used to do swimming training quite a lot, but I was getting this really weird feeling of having a leak out of my ankle. Like I was going, something's leaking. And it was a chakra that for some reason had just opened up and was just leaking all this energy. So it took hematite. It took for me to use some hematite, literally in my pocket or in my sock at work, to help to stop that. And it's never happened again since, but it went on for weeks and weeks and weeks. I didn't know what to do about it. So chakras might pop up like we have them in our hands, because that's why we can play with this energy balls and make different creations. We could actually play with that as well.
Yeah, I know.
Start working with that energy and playing with it. So everywhere in our whole body, it's not just those 7 chakras, hundreds. So so that's funny. So Marie's felt that. So
ponytail, everyone's loose, Or you think you've got a sore head because you've had and then you go and you realise you pull that out and you think, I don't even have one in.
Exactly. I know, it's really quite bizarre. And it might be just on one side of the head, not the other, as it comes through the crown. So it's fascinating, isn't it? And the other thing that might happen for people is, as these chakras are really activated, as the pineal gland begins to crack open, literally, there's a chrism oil that's released. And that can actually cause some headaches. So a lot of people will get headaches here, the back of the neck, back of the head, and they go, what is going on? And right along the top there. I went through that and I was going, what is this? And so I sort of just started tuning in, and of course then, you know, answers come through anyway. And it was chrism oil that's being released. And then it goes down through the cerebral spinal fluid, apparently. Pretty amazing, hey?
And that's a cycle. And you'll find that I actually went through it last night and the night before. So it's that time for me in the months of the year where I get that sort of like the Kundalini thing happening, where I can feel it. And it's like, oh, okay, so I'm really aware of that now. I had no clue about this in the past. So I know it's that movement that's happening. And it's very important because that is what's helping us to realign.
Absolutely. He's biting my feet, so I have to bring him up. He wants to play. This is live. So, and Christine, you know. And
I
can't imagine a spinning wheel. When I'm working with it, I have the intention of it being a spinning wheel, but going in exactly how it wants to. I just watch it. So because I'm activating and working with that chakra, which is different to when you're just looking at them. But I'll let you read that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, love this. I could never picture a spinning wheel, but more a flow of floating colours and lots of shade variations of colours, not strictly one colour for each centre. Yeah, I agree.
Spot on.
And like it's just multiple layers, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, every way.
Absolutely. And it's interesting because sometimes there can be darker patches. I can actually see, and I remember I've told people, I've asked them, have you got a sore knee? And they'll go, no. I'll go, well, okay, well, just really take care, because I can see out through the layers. And the next day or 2 days later, they ring me and they go, "My knee's really sore." And it's like, yeah, I can see that coming in. And
No.
back then, I didn't really probably do a lot of the energy work. This is a long time ago, but I could see where something was damaged in the energy field. So we can see that through, again, something that looks a bit thicker or a little bit darker or whatever, however we perceive it to give us that message.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So wow. So look, this is a huge subject. So,
It is.
give us some ideas if you do want to talk about things like this. So,
Mm.
thank you for putting that up, Marie, and we can just continue even. So if you have any experiences, if you see different things, or if you do have the intention of actually just focusing and then just trust what comes into your mind's eye, or if a word with the color comes into your mind's eye. And as Nick was saying, if you feel that it's a vibration, a tone, there are tones that actually go with each chakra. So I've got all of those as well. So
And each organ, and so, and yeah, you can play around with it. It's a bit like if you look at all the different crystals and you just go, why am I drawn to this particular crystal at the moment? It's because there must be something that needs a bit of tuning up in the body, because like to be here in a physical body is a quite a unique thing, and you got to keep it running. You got to, it's and we're going to be masters of this in time. We're feeling like we're clunking our way through it in some ways now with the minimal understanding that we have. But once that opens up, we'll just feel into it. Our body will just constantly just tune in to what we're needing to keep into that balance that we need to be. It's quite exciting, really, because it's a skill that we're going to be getting back for sure.
absolutely. So, and so maybe we can focus on even one or two each week if you want
Yeah,
to.
that's a
And then
nice
people
idea.
can, yeah, people then
Yeah,
can tell us if they've had experiences with it. So, you can,
great
so if you're
idea.
seeing more red going through someone's like aura within your mind's eye, or if you're seeing more blue, and then, let us know, and then we can talk through what does that actually mean? What is that aura energy system telling us?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
We could do that. We can do a couple and really focus on that each week. But
Yeah.
just so maybe ask for some dreams to see the chakra or energetic etheric system more. There you go. That's another one we can do for next week too.
Yeah. Oh, we could just. Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, exactly. And so Kathleen, yeah, that's so true. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
this is amazing. So Angel Laurie's she's getting a very large Himalayan rainbow quartz crystal bowl. Absolutely. I know Elisa plays bowls as well.
A
So
ball, a crystal
a
ball.
ball? Oh, she's getting a ball. Yeah. So yeah, true. But crystal bowls, they are specifically made to a frequency to help open particular
Yes.
chakras.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
gorgeous,
There's
aren't
so
they?
much we can talk about, but I think we're gonna have to go because we've hit the hour. And Kathleen was just saying that she loves collecting rocks and making
Yeah,
rocks.
making circles. I want to do that. That's my next activity. I've got some very special stones that I want to put around on the ground. So yeah.
And then
I'm with
call
you
through the
there,
unconscious
Kathleen.
beings, call through, yeah, they're beautiful. All right, beautiful ones. Thank you, Nick, for being with us, and
Thank you,
thank
everyone.
everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
for joining us. And Jazzy's sending lots of love. He's
Yeah.
giggling, so he's obviously up to something. So
Yeah, exactly.
keep
And look,
sending
isn't
him.
it wonderful?
Yeah,
We've got all these beautiful things to now think about. We can think about
mm,
what we want to manifest, what we want to daydream about, what colours affect us, what sounds make us feel like, and how certain songs or music. That's what our week ahead's going to be, filled with all that joy.
and see if you can notice where within your body that you're actually feeling it. Okay, so yeah, but great. I love this. All right,
Yeah,
gorgeous ones. We will
yeah,
see you next week.
yeah. Lots of love, everybody. Bye.
Bye.